Imagine being able to influence anyone in any situation, making people like you, trust you, and even agree with you without them even realizing it. Sounds like magic, right? Well, it's not. It's the science of psychology. And in today's video, we're diving into 10 proven psychology tricks that you can use in everyday life to get the outcomes you want. These techniques have been tested time and time again, and they work on everyone. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll be equipped with some powerful tools to connect with others and get what you want effortlessly. Alright, let's get started with the first trick. Ever notice how uncomfortable silence makes people feel? It's a psychological phenomenon. Silence compels people to fill the void, often revealing more information than they intended. Here's how it works. When you're in a negotiation or discussion, and the other person has finished talking, remain silent. That pause makes them feel the need to elaborate, often giving you more details or concessions than they planned. Example, let's say you're at a job interview and you've just discussed salary. Instead of immediately reacting, pause, look thoughtful, and maintain eye contact. Chances are the interviewer will start justifying the offer, or might even increase it without you saying a word. Next up is a technique called mirroring. People like those who are like them. By subtly copying the other person's body language, tone, and even phrases, you're creating a subconscious connection. Example, imagine you're having a conversation with someone who's leaning back with their arms crossed. After a few minutes, if you mirror their posture and tone, they're likely to feel more in sync with you. This trick is especially useful in negotiations, social interactions, and building trust quickly. Here's a strange one. If you want someone to like you, ask them for a small favor. It sounds counterintuitive, but this is called the Benjamin Franklin effect. When someone does you a favor, their brain justifies it by convincing themselves that they must like you. Example, let's say you're in a new job and you want to build rapport with your coworkers. Asking one of them for a small favor, like borrowing a pen or asking for advice on something, can make them feel closer to you. The more they help you, the more they'll like you. Everyone enjoys a compliment, but there's a way to make it even more effective. Focus on personality traits rather than superficial aspects like appearance. When you compliment someone on traits they value about themselves, like their intelligence, kindness, or work ethic, it resonates deeply because it's linked to their identity. Example, instead of saying, "You look great today," try, "Really admire your determination. It's inspiring to see how focused you are." It will make the person feel genuinely appreciated and will strengthen your bond. One of the most underutilized tricks in human interaction is simply using someone's name in conversation. Psychologically, hearing our own name triggers positive feelings and makes us feel important. It's a subtle but powerful way to personalize interactions. Example, when you're in a meeting or even a casual conversation, sprinkle the person's name throughout. "That's a great point, Sarah," or "I completely agree, John." This not only makes the conversation more engaging, but also increases your likability. Here's a brilliant trick to get someone to agree with you. Make an outrageous request first, expecting them to refuse, then follow up with a smaller, more reasonable one. This is called the door-in-the-face technique, and it works because of the reciprocity principle. People feel obligated to say yes after saying no. Example, you're organizing an event and want someone to volunteer. You might start by asking, "Would you mind helping out all day Saturday?" When they say no, follow up with, "Well, could you at least help for an hour?" They'll likely agree, feeling it's more reasonable. People like to be consistent with their actions and beliefs. That's where the foot in the door technique comes in. If you get someone to agree to a small request, they're more likely to comply with a larger request later on. Example, imagine you want a friend to help you move. Instead of asking for a full day of their time, start small. "Could you help me pack a few boxes?" Once they agree, it's much easier to ask them to help with the rest of the move. Body language plays a massive role in communication, and positive body language can subconsciously influence how others perceive you. By using open gestures, nodding, and maintaining eye contact, you create an inviting, trustworthy presence. For example, if you're pitching an idea at work, nodding while you speak can subtly encourage others to agree with you. It signals confidence and invites others to align with your perspective. Anchoring is a psychological trick often used in negotiations. The first number or offer put on the table tends to anchor the conversation, becoming a reference point that shapes all future discussions. For example, if you're negotiating a raise, start by suggesting a higher figure than what you expect to get. This becomes the anchor, and the final number will likely land closer to your original suggestion than if you had started with a lower figure. Finally, One of the simplest yet most effective tricks is to ask open-ended questions. This encourages deeper conversation and gives the other person space to open up. It shows genuine interest and can help you gather valuable information or build rapport. For example, instead of asking, "Did you enjoy the presentation?" ask, "What did you think about the presentation?" This encourages a more thoughtful response and keeps the conversation flowing. So, there you have it. 10 powerful psychology tricks that can work every time in almost any situation. Whether you're trying to build trust, negotiate better, or simply connect with others on a deeper level, these techniques give you the tools to navigate social interactions with confidence. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. These tricks should be used to build genuine, positive relationships, not to manipulate others. Now it's your turn to put them into practice. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing psychology insights. And let me know in the comments, which of these tricks are you most excited to try? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe.